Today I'll be reviewing the Chevrolet Silverado 1500 produced between 1999 and 2006. There's a good selection of bumpers to choose from primary, secondary to aftermarket bumpers. I already have this pickup truck, so I decided why not make an off-road aftermarket type of look. So that's what I'm doing with this one. Since I did win this truck for free at the time of this recording, from the Price Right Challenge at the Ellis Car Meet. There's really good options for the front and rear bumpers. You can make this look like the LTZ um, or the Z71. If you're into that, if you want to make it look more of a factory. What I did with the other Yosemite, I just made it in black with chrome bumpers. It's more of a it looks more like an LT or a LTZ from that generation. It's a very pretty good looking truck. I'm sure for most of the North American viewers, you can relate to this truck since you see it a lot, even to this day. It's a very old truck, but it's still quite popular. The exhaust options are pretty good too. You can make it look like a heavy duty or a custom type of look. You can go for like a 2500. That's kind of what I decided to go for with the chrome exhaust, as you'll see in a bit. The grill options are quite nice. If you really like that aftermarket type of look, or if you like chrome in general, then I'm sure you'll like these options. The hood options, I personally do not like them. They just look very bulbous and strange on this truck. They look, I'm sure these options will look a lot better on the facelifted version of this truck, the 2003 to 2006 version. But on this truck, they look too rounded off and weird. Like it doesn't work for me. If you want to go for like an SS type of look or a custom drag type of look, then you can try, but it's personally doesn't really work with this truck. Maybe in the next update we'll get like a one closer to the SS with only the two doors and no half cab like this one. You can go to the Ellis Car Meet and make these lights yellow, make them similar to the real life halogens. But if you want that custom modern look, then you can just make them blue. Deliveries are alright. Um, Nothing really much to say here. The quality is acceptable. It's not really that high for a newer DLC vehicle. This did come out in 2024, as most of you know. For the mirror options, there's no primary and secondary to make a color match. You can only make it chrome or carbon. I'll leave it stock because that's the similar to like the plastic bumpers on the LS and the LT trim levels. I'm kind of gonna make this one a bit similar to those. For this truck, I want like a dark red type of color, like a burgundy or a maroon. I think maroon is or burgundy is a bit darker. I kind of get both of those mixed up for some reason. As you can see, it was kind of tough to choose the right shade of red. Cabernet looks pretty good. It looks dark. but still red. You can also make this like a two-tone. Um, there's some that I've seen that are like black and silver, but I can't really do it with this truck because like the color extends to the arches, so it doesn't look right. There's plenty of other two-tone colors in real life that I've seen this truck in, but I'll just color match it. For the interior itself looks kind of outdated, but at the same time, it fits this truck. It does have that square, boxy type of look, even though this interior is based like on a 70s, 80s version. Not really faithful to the real life version of the truck. But what I'm gonna do is make it like a brownish type of color to contrast really nicely with this red. And I think it looks good. It makes it look a bit better. The roll cage options aren't really that nice. I feel like more could have been done, but I don't think a lot of owners actually do those type of aftermarket modifications. I really don't see much of those metal bars in the back. And the side steps, they kind of stick out too much. It would have been nice to have them on, but it doesn't really work. They just look way too long. You could probably get stuck on something if you take a tight turn. The Stinger steps actually do look a bit better, but not by much. I feel like it should be a little bit shorter or a little bit pushed in. The spoiler does give you a bit of traction, but it doesn't really work with the build that I'm going for. The traction is only a bit minimal. Same with the suspension options. If you lower it down, it's still pretty tall. It's really hard to make like those custom low truck builds that a lot of people like to do, but it works well for an off-roader since this is in the off-roads class. For the wheels, I want to go for more of a modern aftermarket look, so that's what I'm going to do with the concave 5s. They look really good on this truck. Well, in my opinion, I mean, you can choose whatever you want, but it just modernizes it a bit. And I'll show you through the other wheel options. They really look too big on this truck, and the tires look very thin. It's really unfortunate that Rockstar doesn't let us mess with the tires and the wheel size. That would have been nice. But again, in real life, people like to do these crazy customizations with super huge chrome rims. I'm sure we've all seen it. But it just really doesn't work. Like, it's better with the off-road wheels. I'll show you through some of them one more time. And then when I'm done here, I'm gonna show you the truck up close, and I'm gonna talk more about its performance and show you its off-road. The detail and texture quality is acceptable. but I feel like the engine model is a bit too crazy for what this truck is in real life. It is capable, but the engine model is not that crazy. The interior, I mean, I feel like it could have been a little bit better, but it's still alright. The pedals in the bottom, they kind of look like stickers. You know, they kind of look very flat. But not many people will look at those details other than me, so it's alright. And those little half doors in the back, they do not open, unfortunately. The bed liner looks pretty cool. It's good that they put that little bit of attention to detail. It's unfortunate that it started to rain during this recording, because it kind of dull makes the paint that I chose kind of dull. It looks really good in the sunlight though, so I hope you can take my word for it. I'm really happy with the wheels that I chose. It really modernizes the truck a bit more. The performance and handling is acceptable for this truck. It is pretty decent. It does get up to speed. Of course, you won't do a lot of performance or races against other people, but it's still pretty good with its speed. For a truck this age, of course, the handling, I cannot complain. It doesn't spin out. It really, it's really planted. I guess it's the best word I could use. Like it's, you know, you can have a lot of fun with it too. In a straight line, you can still get across the map in relatively a good amount of speed. Um, Unless what you're doing in the game is like very time sensitive, like a specific mission you gotta do. But with a truck like this, it's still pretty alright. I really like this truck like a lot. I have a lot of personal experience with it too in real life, and it's pretty fun to be in it as well. So Rockstar captured this truck very well. The Yosemite is great off road. It's really fun, like more fun than driving on the street. With this particular truck, I don't know how to describe it, but it's also a bit satisfying to just drive on the trails and on the hills, on the mountains, as you'll see in the footage recording. So it really does a good job with that. It doesn't roll over. Uh, it's it's like glued to the ground. I guess that's another way to put it. It just handles it very well. I wouldn't be surprised if you can go off-road full speed without spinning out or like rolling over. Um, I'm not sure if I've done that, but I'm pretty sure you could just get away with it. You just gotta be careful with some obstacles, but other than that, you can just go as quick as you can if you have to. With steep inclines, it's just perfect. It takes it like a champ, as you'd expect from an off-road vehicle like this. Absolutely well done. I just quickly want to say that if you're watching this far, I appreciate you for doing so. It really helps me and other small creators have a fighting chance against the bigger YouTubers. I also want to mention that if anyone is a high level or has been playing GTA Online for a long time, please let me know. I'm on PlayStation 5. I've been playing this game since the PS3, PS4, PS5 for a long time. I have a lot of good experience. So if you're really interested in this game, if you're a car enthusiast, please let me know. And as always, thanks for watching.